Okay, I wanted to do a quick video on just kind of expanding what we were doing before for ear training. We were just hearing the notes within a C major scale, figuring out whether they were the root, third, fifth, whatever. I just thought it might be a good idea now to move on to playing two notes together. Again, only from the C major scale and only with C on the bottom. Just to start hearing intervals played as two notes. So this is kind of like the basis of chords. I mean, a chord is basic chord is three notes, but it's starting to hear these intervals when they play together and recognizing what they are. So we're just going to play in the key of C. So there's only 7 intervals we're going to be playing. We're not going to be playing a minor third. We're not going to be playing a tritone. Just stick to C major and we'll build this up slowly. Okay, so C major scale. Let's turn my bass on here. I'll play it high up the neck so we can hear it. Okay, so we're just going to work on the different intervals. So we're going to start off with the consonant intervals. These are the ones that are resting. They generally tend to be the notes of the major scale of the major chord. Sorry. So we're talking of root, octave, root third, root fifth, root fourth. Okay, so when I say third, I mean third note of the scale. So let's just start with a root and a third. So this is C to E in the major scale. So if I play that, you can hear that's got a very resting quality. Da, da. Doesn't want to go anywhere, it's happy where it is. So along with being able to hear the interval, we need to start being able to hear the notes together. Right, from there, the fifth. Again, very resting sound, which always strikes me as funny actually, because the root, the fifth, and an octave is what heavy metal players use for their power chords. So I suppose I always thought heavy metal was supposed to be angry music, but hey, there you go. So root, fifth, play together. So we've got a third. Both resting. Root, octave. Again, resting. Doesn't want to go anywhere. It's happy where it is. Always makes me think of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs for some reason. By the way, if thinking of tunes helps you remember these intervals, then go for it. I mean, that's what I did when I first started working on my ears. Root, fourth. So C to F. Play the notes together. Da, da, da. Very resting. You could say that the fourth wants to drop down to the third. Yeah, a lot of classical music, a lot of religious music. So you can kind of hear that in there, but on the whole, it's resting. Root to a major sixth. So in the key of C, we're talking of C to E. Still pretty comfortable where it is. To me, it always sounds like it wants to go da da da. Wants to go up. That's the way I hear it. It's a wider interval than a fifth. Doesn't sound like a fifth, obviously. So, you know, it's finding ways to hear this. Okay, now we move on to the more fun intervals. Major second, so in the key of C, C to D. Okay, that's definitely not resting. Quite an angry sound. Now that second note, it wants to either go up to the third, or it wants to drop down to the root. But it's not happy where it is. So it's quite easy to hear that. And finally, the only one we haven't covered in the major scale is the major seventh. So C to B. So you can kind of guess this is not going to be resting. It wants to go up, it wants to go up to relief. So you got the second, C to D. It wants to drop down, you can hear it. It wants to go down to the C and okay, so we're just working on these. I'm going to, the next video, I'm going to go do a whole bunch of these just in the key of C, just on those 7 intervals. We'll start hearing that. When we get that down, then we can kind of look at other intervals within the major scale. So you've got the minor third and the tritone, okay, which is kind of like, I guess in the key of C major, it'd be F to B. Famous Jimi Hendrix song. Okay. So work on these. Just play the intervals on your instrument, on your bass, and just start to try to hear them. You'll be amazed when you listen to songs and you think, oh wow, the melody went up a major second there, or the chord went up a major second. Suddenly you start hearing things in a different way, and boy does it make it easy when you're actually playing, trying to figure things out instead of just kind of scuffing around in the dirt trying to find what's happening. You just know where it is. That's kind of what we want to get to. So work on those, and we'll do another video. I know I said we're going to do them every week, but I seem to be getting busy. I'll try and knock these out as and when I can, and just stick with it. Okay, thanks.